of these programs. I just introduced myself. I'm Charity McPhail, a business energy advisor based here in the Charlotte area. We do have a team of business energy advisors throughout our different service territories, as well as a whole host of people that are customer facing as well as behind the scenes, making sure that all the magic happens. But what we like is for you to leave today and not just think of Duke Energy as where you pay your bill, right? Is what are some products and services that might be available to benefit you? I'm going to spend a lot of time talking about our energy efficiency programs. That's really the heart of what we do, is building more efficient buildings, allowing you, a lot of times we get calls from customers that say, hey, I'm trying to find ways to reduce my power bill. What are some different low cost, no cost strategies to do that? And then there's other times where you might be investing in new equipment and you didn't realize that you could reach out to Duke Energy and say, hey, is there a way that you can help me pay for some of this equipment? So what you see here is just a little sampling of what you might find if you were to go onto our products and services page of the Duke Energy website here in the Carolinas. When you think about a rebate, right? You go purchase new tires for your car and they say, hey, you need 4 new tires. And man, there goes $1,000. I knew this was coming. And they say, here's, this Goodyear tire. And then here's this Michelin tire. The Michelin tire costs a little bit more. And then the guy goes, oh, well right now Michelin is running a manufacturer's rebate. If you fill out this paperwork and send it in along with your receipt, they're gonna mail you a gift card or a check in order to reimburse you. So then that reduces that cost. And now these 2 products might be equivalent in cost, but maybe you're getting a little better warranty, a little better tire, for example. And that's some of what these rebate programs do. They allow you to invest in some more energy efficient equipment. And we'll talk about some examples and what that might look like. We actually have a program that is specific to small business owners that have a brick and mortar store. We know it's a hefty lift, right? You think, oh man, I'm moving into this new beautiful space. I have a lot of work. Well, then you run into the little hiccups that come along and that hefty investment. Just last week, I was on a call here in Charlotte, and a guy has finally earned his State Farm branch, and he is so excited, right? And he calls and he's like, okay, I've got my power bill set up in my name. I'm trying to make sure that I set it up on the best rate, but here I am in my parking lot. I have an EV car, right? So I want to see about what it would cost to get an EV charger. I need new lights. Half the lights in my space in this old insurance building that I purchased aren't working right now. What can I do? Also, the HVAC guy just came. So he's just listing like all these things, and it's just dollars, dollars, dollars going out that really he hadn't planned for, and he's trying to find a way to make it easier. Even in the parking lot, he was out there, it's still getting dark a little bit early, and he was out there doing some work and some painting, and he was like, I realized that 2 of the lights aren't working in the parking lot, and that's a safety concern. So sometimes we're thinking about finances, energy savings, we're also thinking about safety, productivity, the comfortable environment. We have different programs that are available. Some of those might look like demand response programs. If any of you at your home have signed up for Duke Energy to provide a thermostat, and then whenever they'll give you like a $50 credit each year whenever you sign up for that program. And then they come in, and whenever there's a high demand time, they may adjust your thermostat. That's essentially what you're giving control to them, to adjust your thermostat behind the scenes for you during that time where Duke Energy needs more space on the grid to serve all of our customers. We also have programs like that available for our business customers. That's our Energy Wise demand response program. The business savings store. This is an online store for you. I'm talking about mostly businesses today because in my space, that's where I serve. But there's also a business and online store for Duke Energy for your home. So for your business, for your home, you can go in, enter your account number, and go on. You can buy light bulbs and lamps. You can buy exit signs. You can purchase new thermostats already with a rebate included in that. And so that's a great way to get an eye up. Just if you just need a few things.
Our electric bill did not go up more than maybe $10 or $12, and we have 2 electric vehicles. And
Okay.
they both, we use a charger for both alternately, and that was one of my main concerns, like how much is it gonna go up? But it's not even really noticeable in comparison to gas.
Compared to stopping at the tank. Do you find yourself charging more at night?
I usually just plug it up every night, but I have like, I don't go to 100% unless I'm on a road trip. I go to like 80%, so we both do that.
Oh, thank you for sharing.
Yeah.
That's so nice to hear that you were able to find someone, and that's a key. When you're reviewing these programs with Duke Energy is agnostic in who you work with. So if you already have a preferred partner, or if you find an electrician, or even if you need recommendations on some what we call trade allies, those are really any contractors that are offering the equipment. We can help pair you with those people and allow you to make that decision on who you work with. So we're not gonna say, oh, use this in order to be eligible for our program. Let's spend a little bit of time on those rebates and what some of those offers. And really this list here is just an idea because there are over 300 options. If you were to look at our website and our different paper applications that are available of ways to participate in our rebate programs. And some of these look really simple. This could be you going into your space and saying, hey, I have all these fluorescent 2x4s in my office. And that's what we did with the new insurance businesses. He had all these fluorescent 2x4s. A lot of them didn't work. He was ready to upgrade and improve the look. We're able to offer him $44 per new fixture in a rebate. And so that's a significant price, especially when a lot of times you're paying so much in the labor. With a new thermostat, if, for example, you don't purchase it on our online store, but your contractor that's installing your new rooftop unit, let's say, and you want to add, some type of Nest or Honeywell thermostat that you can control from your phone, we can offer $75, and a lot of times those thermostats are only $250. So again, trying to offer a rebate that allows you to make an investment in a little bit higher efficiency equipment, spend a little bit more on the front end. That's what I help with. That's what our team is doing every day, is helping make sense of those documents, whether it's a 20-page application or a 50-page application, making sense of it. Exactly. There you go. That is a lot of pages. And where does it go? What does the scope of work mean? Because a lot of times you're purchasing that new split system and it's a 5-ton train unit or Mitsubishi or whatever it might be, a Goodman, Aeon. But beyond that, you just know it's gonna work better than the 20-plus-year-old split system that was there before. And it's gonna be more efficient, even if you don't step up your baseline, right? And so what I do a lot of times for our customers is I'm working behind the scenes to reach out to the contractor that installed the equipment and say, could you give me more information? Could you tell me the make and model of that equipment? Or sometimes they're going out and taking pictures of the nameplates, right? And sending it to me over the phone. And then I'm going behind the scenes to identify what is that equipment? Does it meet the criteria needed for our program? Where does it fit? Putting it in the right spaces, again, in partnership with you. And then telling you what other information is needed. So that way we can put a nice pretty bow on the package and get all of the information needed with the invoicing, with your W-9, send it into Duke for review. And then what that rebate typically looks like is a check directly to you as our customer from Duke Energy. So that's how the rebate program typically works for our customers. So here's my contact information. This is my cell phone number. I'm here in Charlotte. You good? Mm-hmm. All right. I am here local in Charlotte, so we're also happy to come by your business. That's one of my favorite things to do is go out and see our customers and, you know, just kind of walk around, meet with them, see if there's different ways that we can help support them through these different programs.